Hello grade 10 learners! Let this video guide you in understanding Module 4D with the topic determining the sum of the terms of an infinite geometric sequence. For an infinite geometric series, we use the formula sum to infinity is equal to a sub 1 over 1 minus r, provided that our common ratio is greater than -1 but less than 1. So, pwede lang natin gamitin itong formula in an infinite geometric series kapag na-satisfy itong condition natin sa common ratio. So, bakit kailangan ng common ratio ay greater than -1 but less than 1? Kasi kapag greater than 1 siya o kaya less than -1, sobrang laki nung walang katapusan walang katapusan kasi infinite, no? Pero, it's either sobrang laki or sobrang liit nung value na impossible para sa atin na makuha yung sum niya. So, ikukunin natin itong condition. Kailangan masatisfy itong condition na to para ma-apply natin itong formula in finding the infinite geometric series. Let's have this first example. Evaluate 8 plus 12 plus 18 plus 27 and so on. So, ang given natin ay infinite geometric series. Ang una natin gagawin is identify muna natin ang common ratio. And to find the common ratio, we divide two consecutive terms, yung nahuling term divided by naunang term. So, we have 12 divided by 8, o kaya naman 18 divided by 12, o kaya naman 27 divided by 18. And the common ratio is 3/2. Ngayon, ang 3/2 ba ay greater than -1 but less than 1? Ang 3/2 po ay equivalent to 1 and 1/2. And ang 1 and 1/2, syempre, sobra na siya ng 1. So, hindi natin pwedeng gamitin yung formula natin kanina. Kasi kailangan masatisfy niya yung condition natin sa common ratio. In this case, the sum does not exist. It is impossible for us to find the sum of the terms of the infinite geometric sequence, kaya the sum does not exist. What if the infinite geometric series is like this? 27 plus 18 plus 12 plus 8. Again, hanapin muna natin ang common ratio by dividing two consecutive terms, pero yung nahuling term divide by naunang term. So, 18 divided by 27, 12 divided by 18, o kaya naman 8 divided by 12. So, kahit alin doon sa mga terms ang gamitin natin, or doon sa tatlong pairs of terms gamitin natin, the common ratio is 2/3. At ang 2/3 ay less than 1. So, pasok siya doon sa ating condition. So, paano ba natin malalaman kung yung ratio na fraction ay pasok doon sa ating condition kanina na it should be greater than -1 but less than 1? Okay? Kapag ang fraction ay a proper fraction. Okay, ano yung proper fraction? Ang proper fraction, siya yung fraction wherein the numerator is less than the denominator. Okay? So, halimbawa, 2/3. Kaya 1/4, 1/2, 3/5, 4/9. So, the numerator is less than the denominator. Kasi, kapag mas malaki ang numerator sa denominator, so sobra na siya ng 1. So, hindi na siya pasok dito sa condition natin. So, again, if a given fraction is a proper fraction, the absolute value is a proper fraction. So, tulad ng 2/3. Okay? Now, since ang common ratio nitong example natin ay pasok sa ating condition, pwede natin gamitin yung formula natin. We have the sum to infinity is equal to a sub 1 over 1 minus r. So, ang kailangan lang natin ay first term, and that is 27, at ang r natin na 2/3. Now, let us substitute. So, we have a sub 1, 27, yun yung nasa numerator, over 1 minus 2/3. So, we have 27 over, so 1 minus 2/3 ay 1/3. Kung naalala nyo kanina, no, yung nagsasubtract tayo ng fraction sa 1, so ganun din yung gagawin dito. Etong 1, i-express natin as a fraction of the form 3 over 3. Bakit 3 ang ginamit? Kasi, yun na yung given na denominator ng isang fraction eh. So, wag na tayong lumayo para madali na tayong mag-subtract. So, yung 1, express natin as 3 over 3, then minus 2/3. So, mas madali i-subtract kasi same na yun kanilang denominator. So, 3 minus 2 is 1. Ito yun. And then, 3, copy lang yung common denominator. And that is 3. Kaya naging 1/3 ito. Then, 27 divided by 1/3. Diba, kapag nagdi-divide tayo ng fraction, we get the reciprocal of the second fraction, then proceed to multiplication. So, in this case, kukunin natin ang reciprocal netong nasa denominator. So, the reciprocal is 3 over 1. Then, proceed to multiplication. So, bale 27 times 3 over 1 or 3 na lang. So, 27 times 3 is equal to 81. So, the sum to infinity is 81. Next, negative 50 minus 25 minus 25 halves minus 25 fourths and so on. What we need to do first is identify the value of the common ratio. So, let us use the second term and the first term. So, second term divided by the first term. So, we have negative 25 divided by negative 50. And the answer is 1/2. So, since ang common ratio natin ay 1/2 at ito ay proper fraction, numerator mas mababa sa denominator, so pasok siya dun sa condition natin na the common ratio should be greater than negative 1 but less than 1. Now, let's use the formula. Sum to infinity is equal to a sub 1 over 1 minus r. So, substitute natin yung first term natin na negative 50 sa formula over 1 minus 1/2. Now, 1 minus 1/2 is 1/2 naman, no? So, we have negative 50 divided by 1/2. So, pag nagdi-divide tayo na that involves fraction, so, copy natin yung nasa numerator, then kunin natin yung reciprocal ng nasa denominator. So, the reciprocal of 1/2 is 2 over 1 or simply 2. Then, proceed to multiplication. Okay? Therefore, the sum to infinity is negative 50 times 2. And that is negative 100. Next, negative 144 plus 108 minus 81 plus and so on. So, let us find the common ratio. So, in this case, ang gagamitin natin, ito na lang, third and second term. Kasi sila yung may mga mababang values, ano. So, we have yung nahuling term, negative 81, divided by 108. So, the common ratio is negative 3/4. Pasok siya sa ating condition for the common ratio na greater than negative 1 but less than 1. So, pwede natin gamitin ang formula na sum to infinity is equal to a sub 1 over 1 minus r. Substitute natin sa formula ang first term, negative 144, all over 1 minus negative 3/4. So, para hindi kayo malito, kapag ang common ratio natin ay negative, i-enclose natin sa open and close parentheses. Then, isi-simplify natin itong denominator natin. So, ang 1, i-express natin into fractional form as 4 over 4. 4, kasi tinulad na natin siya doon sa denominator ng fraction na 3/4. So, 4 over 4 minus negative 3/4. Ito ay pwede na natin gawing plus na to. Negative to negative, positive na siya. So, we have positive 3/4. Ngayon, pwede nating i-add kasi same denominator naman. So, 4 plus 3, numerator plus numerator, we have 7. Then, copy lang natin yung denominator na 4. So, 7/4. Kaya naging 7/4 to. And then, negative 144 divided by 7/4. Again, pag nagdi-divide tayo ng fractions, so we simply copy etong negative 144, tapos kunin natin yung reciprocal ng fraction na nasa denominator natin. So, yung 7/4, kapag ginawa nyo, pag kinuha nyo reciprocal, magiging 4/7. Then, proceed to multiplication. Okay, sorry. Yan. Now, check nyo kung merong pwedeng i-cancel. So, in this case, hindi na siya makakancel yung 144 and 7. So, we simply multiply the numerator, then copy, multiply the numerators, then copy the denominator. So, the sum to infinity is negative 144 times 4, and that is negative 576 over, copy lang yung denominator na 7. So, negative 576 over 7. Last example, evaluate 1/2 plus 1/5 plus 2 over 25, and so on. So, let us find the common ratio. And the common ratio is 2/5. So, saan galing yung 2/5? So, pwede nating i-divide yung 1/5 divided by 1/2, o kaya 2 over 25 divided by 1/5. So, ang lalabas na common ratio doon ay 2/5. At ang 2/5 is a proper fraction. So, pasok siya sa condition natin, kung saan pwede nating magamit ang formula ng sum to infinity, and that is a sub 1 over 1 minus r. Next, let us substitute the first term, and that is 1/2 over 1 minus the common ratio na 2/5. Okay, again, ang 1 pwede nating express of the form 5 over 5. Okay, 5 over 5 minus 2/5. So, kaya nagkaroon ng 3/5 doon sa next part of our solution. Kasi 5 minus 2 is 3, then copy yung denominator na 5. So, we have 3/5 dito. Then, ang numerator natin as is ay 1/2. So, we have 1/2 divided by 3/5. Again, apply natin yung division of fractions. So, we have 1/2 times the reciprocal of the second fraction. So, kunin natin yung reciprocal ng 3/5, and that is 5/3. Then, proceed to multiplication. So, pag nag-multiply tayo, numerator sa numerator, denominator sa denominator lang. So, check nyo kung meron pwedeng i-cancel. So, in this case, wala naman. 2 and 5, 1 and 3, wala naman. So, proceed tayo sa multiplication. So, we have 1 times 5 is 5. Then, 2 times 3 is 6. So, the sum to infinity is 5/6. Happy learning!